Hello everyone, welcome. In this video we are going to be looking at factorization. So a brief recap, we are going to look at factorization basing on what we've already covered. We've looked at expansion of brackets. Now we're going to look at the opposite. Look at this one, for example, 2 bracket 4x plus 3. To expand it, we're going to multiply 2 and 4x and also multiply the 2 with the 3. So these two, because it is outside of the bracket, means it's going to approach or multiply every term in the bracket, multiplied by 4x, and also add 2 multiplied by 3. Then here we get 8x plus 6. So this is what we were doing when we were looking at expansion of brackets. So what do you see here? What's the commonality between 8x and 6? Okay, so if you can see here, there's 8 and there's 6. These are multiples of 2. Okay, if you look at the brackets here, you can see there's a 2 in the first bracket, a 2 in the second bracket. That 2 is the common factor. So this is the 2 in which we had as the coefficient of the brackets in the first problem. This is why when we expand, we get our answer as 8x plus 6. The important thing when factorizing is to appreciate or to look for common factors. Alright? Like if you look in this example, there is 2 multiplying everything. So if the common factor here is 2 multiplying 4x and multiplying the 3. So 2 is the common factor. That's the one which we factor out. Okay, let's try another example and see. Okay, so we continue. Factorize the following. In this one, I'm going to give you the expression 2x plus 12. 2x plus 12. So it's very simple to factorize this one. The most important thing is to look for the common factors. You look at 2x and 12. So the common factor there, you need to break down the number into parts, all right? 2x can be written as 2 multiplied by x, and 12 can also be written as 2 multiplied by 6. All right? So what is the common factor now there? The common factor, there is a 2 this side and there's a 2 the other side. So 2 is the common factor. We write it outside the brackets. Then we add the remaining factors, x, and then plus, maintain the sign, 6. Our answer is therefore 2 bracket x plus 6. Alright, let's try the next one. 3x plus 15. Who wants to try? So here what we'll do is we're going to express 3x as 3 times x and 15 as 3 times 5. Right? And then we factor out the 3, which is the common factor. The 3 here, 3 there. It's common. And then we add the remaining factors, x plus 5. Next problem, let's look at the next problem now. 5y minus 15. Alright, so to solve this, we look for the common factor, which is 5. Then we're going to say 5 multiplied by y. And then we subtract 5 multiplied by 3. So our common factor there is 5. So we're going to factor 5 out and write 5. Then in brackets we're going to add the remainders, y minus 3. So that will be our final answer there. Let's look at the example. Next one, 4y minus 28. So in this example now, we are going to factor out 4. So it's going to be 4 multiplied by y minus 4 multiplied by 7. You've seen that we looked for a common factor which can be a factor of both this 28 and this 4y, and it is 4. So we'll factor out the 4 and then right outside the bracket it's going to be 4. We're going to take this 4 bracket y minus 7. So that will be our factorized form. Alright, let's continue to look at the examples. So now we want to look at how we can factorize powers higher than 1. Factorizing powers higher than 1. we're only looking at the powers of x, or of the unknown only being 1. Now we want to look at how we can factorize if there are powers of x higher than 1. Alright, so 3x squared plus 3 plus 15x, we can break it down to 3 multiplied by x multiplied by x plus 3 multiplied by 5 multiplied by x. In this way it will be easier to solve because we've broken down the problem. Now we need to isolate common factors from both the expressions in the brackets. So here we can see that we have a 3 this side, and also in an x we have a 3 this side and an x. So we can also see here that there's a 3 and an x on the other side. Alright, so we factor out the 3 and we also factor out the x, and we multiply them together, and what will remain are the x and the 5, which we are going to add in the last step. So our answer will be, we have something like 3 this 3 and this x as the common factors, which we will say 3x, multiplying or putting in brackets. So we cross out those ones which we've factored out. The remaining factors are x and positive 5. So our factorized form would be 3x bracket x plus 5. Alright, that is easy enough, right? The next example, 4x squared plus 12x. Again, the trick here is to find some apparent commonality before you even attack the problem. You can see here that there's 4 here and there's 12. These are both multiples of 4. Break it down to its smallest, but here we can already see that we don't need to multiply 2 by 2 because the highest common factor here is 4. So now we're going to break it down like this. It's going to be 4 multiplied by x multiplied by x plus 4 multiplied by 3 multiplied by x. Right? Very simple here up to this stage. Then this 4, there's a 4 here, there's a 4 there. So it means amongst our common factors, there's a 4. There's an x here, there's an x there, which means an x is outside of the brackets. No further x this side, no further 3 this side. So it means we cross out the common factors 4, 4, x, x. We remain with x plus 3. X plus 3. Factorize like this. Let it be like example C. 12a plus 8ab. Factorizing something like this is very, very simple. We can already see in our mind's eye that these are multiples of 4. So we can factorize this in 4 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 8 plus 4 multiplied by 2 multiplied by a multiplied by b, like this. In my mind's eye, I can almost see what's happening here. There's a common factor 4 there, so the answer is going to be 4. There's an a here and an a there. We write it as another common factor. No more common factors, so the remaining factors will be 3 plus 2 multiplied by b, which is 2b. Alright, then we move on to our next example. So we're going to have the last example. 3e squared plus 4e plus ef. So you can see that e is appearing in all equations. We break it down: 3 times e plus 4 times e plus e times f. Alright. You can see here in our expanded expression, we do not have 3's in other expressions or 4's, but we only have e. We have e, and e there. So we factor out e, cross it out. Then we are left with 3e plus 4 plus f. And that is the end. Right.
So you first take out all the common factors.
Yes, the highest common.
And then the remaining.
Don't forget to comment, like and subscribe. Enjoy. See you in the next video.